Welcome to this mini webinar, 6 steps on how to reinvent yourself. This is going to be really, really interesting. I'm just going to share this. Okay. Share. How do I share it? Okay. So welcome to this mini webinar on 6 steps on how to reinvent yourself. Are you going through breakup? Did your family just become bigger with a new family member? Or are you changing your career? Or are you getting a new job? Or maybe you're starting the entrepreneur journey, or maybe you're starting a new business. Okay, so anything that is happening right now in your life, or maybe you're moving house or you're going to live abroad, any of these changes over here are going to create a little bit of stress in your life, a little bit more. Okay, so any big change like this is going to create a stress in your life, and it's going to force you in reinventing yourself. So how can we make this reinvention smoother? How can we make it easier? Is not going to be, but how can we make it a little bit less bumpy? Okay, I'm going to share with you today 6 steps on how to reinvent yourself during this transition period in your life. Okay, so first of all, congratulations. No matter if you see this as a loss, or no matter if you see this as something that right now might be negative in your life, I'm telling you, this is a good thing. It's going to happen for you. You see that you're going to build up some muscles, some resilience muscles. You're going to build up strength. You're going to build up character. You're going to grow so much. Okay, so it's not like congratulations. Maybe you had a loss in your life, or something major happened that right now is really, really bad. What I can tell you is congratulations, because this situation is going to help you a lot in grow and stretch your bungee, how I say. It's not going to totally take you out of your comfort zone, because we're going to work today on how to enlarge the comfort zone and not just jump out of it. Okay, we're going to work on this, but no matter what is the change that is happening currently in your life right now, I'm going to show you what are those steps that are going to smoothly help you in reinventing yourself. Okay, so a few important things, because before embarking on a journey of reinvention, it's really, really, really important to prepare yourself. Okay, so this preparation is really important. And how can you prepare yourself? You need to create the environment for this reinvention. Okay, this environment will have to be made of something that is going to help you in making things smoother. First of all, you need to start the journey knowing that problems and obstacles will appear, but all this period will make you stronger, will make you better, and is going to build up your resilience muscles. Okay, so this is really important. This is going to help you with this muscle. So create the right environment. Create the right environment for the self-care, because there are going to be so many changes in your life that you really need to take care of yourself. You really need to create the environment before, in order to take care of yourself during the change. Create the healthy habits, and watch out for the mindset, because the mindset when you start a self reinventing journey is really important. So we need to start with a learning and an opened mindset. Okay, so you need to put also a little bit of stability and or a bit of routine in your life, because the stability or the routine are going to help you in having some like a table with the legs, having a little bit of stability, having the legs in your life, because like this you're going to be it's going to be easier to go through the respective change. Okay, so during this process, you're going to see that you're going to pull yourself away from your old comfort zone. You're going to stretch that comfort zone a lot. You're going to change your habits. You're going to change maybe your role. You're going to change your self-perception. So this can be difficult and cause you to question a lot your self-worth. It's going to cause a lot of doubt. It's going to give you a lot of questions. Okay, so that's why it's really important to keep up or to create some of the things, some of the healthy habits that are going to create this safe environment that will help you. What can you have in that safe environment? You're going to have a routine to start your day. So start your day right. You're going to have a routine to end your day. You're going to end your day right with a certain routine. Read your book, or maybe continue with some of the family traditions like breakfast together, or go for a walk or for a jog, or read a book, because this is really important to keep positive outlook, keep your mind and body healthy. And it's really important to have this environment that is going to help you in managing the big change that is coming to your life. Okay, you can engage in a hobby, you can spend time with your support system, okay, with your friends, with your family, or with your mentors or your coach. You can take some time to walk in nature, or you can practice spend mindfulness and or meditation. So these are the things that are going to be part of of your mindset and of your environment that is going to help you. And now let's go to the 6 steps of reinventing yourself. Remember, create this environment first. Prepare yourself, because you're going to build some resilience muscle over there. And prepare yourself because there are going to be some bumps in the road. There are going to be some problems. There are going to be some obstacles that you're going to face, and you need to prepare yourself. This is a reinvention journey. This is a change journey, and it's not going to be easy. What I'm helping you with is to make it a little bit smoother. First step in reinventing yourself is using a support group. I'm a really big believer of support groups. A peer group, a support group, a group of friends, no matter, but you do need a support group. Reinvention is not easy, but you don't have to do it alone, and you shouldn't, okay? So humans are social beings. We shouldn't go through this alone. We need to find someone to support us over there. So you need to build a strong support group before even starting this process of reinvention. Your group will keep you from taking the wrong turns, and will encourage you when you're maybe feeling a little bit weighted down by your problems. Okay, so don't be afraid to call a friend or to call a family member. I know that I always call my sister when I feel a little bit down. Okay, so this is my support system. And I also have a peer group for my active me time. I also have a peer group for my business coaching. Okay, for my coaching business, I have people that are there to support me. I call my friends. I have a very powerful peer group of friends, like-minded friends that are there when I need them. Okay, so it's really good that you are embarking in this journey, because this is a self journey and alone, but you don't have to do it alone. Okay, it's your journey, but you don't have to do it alone. The key is to find the right balance between independence and dependence, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share the difficulties that you're facing with your friends. When you open up, you'll see that the people who were there before you are going to open up too, and they are going to share with you. Maybe you're going to learn something. Okay, so in addition to supportive friends, be sure to include in your support group the role models or mentors in your circle, or coaches or people that are going to share their experiences. So speaking to people that have already succeeded, who can give you advice on how to make it happen. Because if you want to embark on a journey of solopreneur, that's a very difficult journey. Speak to people that already had this in there and had success, because success leaves clues. So talk to those people that had success in the area that you want to go towards. Okay, so Your circle should include supportive friends and mentors that can guide you through the difficult situations and keep your goals in perspective, role models and coaches that will provide maybe mentorship, that will provide resources for your professional development or personal development, and simply like that, positive people that will lift you up when you need it. Okay, so don't look only for people that have the competencies and the knowledge. You also need people that are just positive and that will make a joke and will lift you up and will be there to support you. Okay, so this was the first tip, the support system. Create it before anything else. And this is the first step of reinventing yourself. The second step is find your starting point and define your SMART objectives. Know yourself, discover your strengths, your roles, your identity. I remember that I asked a client of mine one day to make a list of 50 things that he appreciated in him. 50 things, okay? 50 things that were anything from qualities to talent to skills and knowledge, anything, okay? And he was totally stuck and he thought that the challenge that I gave him was too big. So at the end, we used the session for this challenge and we actually started brainstorming. So we started a brainstorming exercise, and with question and support, he made it in getting that list of 50 strengths that he has. So he was really amazed of all the strengths and the qualities that he was not aware of. He didn't really know that he had so many resources inside of him, because what we normally do, we don't verbalize them. We don't verbalize our strengths. We don't verbalize our resources. What we verbalize most of the times and what we focus on most of the times are our weaknesses or our faults or the things that didn't go right or what we did wrong or the things that I need to improve. So many on the negative side, but we don't focus also on the strength. So if you're looking at the point zero or the point of your departure from point A to point B, please also look at your strengths. Yes, 50. Thanks for the comment. 50, that's a lot, but you can do it, okay? So I see you, Cynthia. Please do it. Okay, so engage in self-reflection if you need to. Okay, take a little bit of time for yourself and write down the things that are your strengths. Analyze maybe your past success events. See how did you get success over there, how you made it, okay? And how did you get that done? Take an assessment if you want, or do a brainstorming, or even ask your friends and colleagues and your coach or your family. Why not ask the people around you, because they do have insight on your, in your strengths. Okay, so they do know you and they might see things that you don't see. Okay, so in this step of reinventing yourself, it's really important to do this exercise because it's such a big change happening. It's such a big change happening in our life right now. Okay, so it might be any of the changes that I was telling you at the beginning, that we tend to focus on the things that don't go well. So this exercise is really, really important. Make a list of your talents, strengths, competencies, abilities, anything that is good and positive in you. Okay, so in this point zero, you're going to ask yourself who you are and what are your strengths and what are your core values, because this is really important. So look at me. It's really, really important to think also about your core values. What truly matters for you? Why to you? Because if family really matters to you, if the connection with your family and your friends really matter to you, if freedom, if the relationship with your partner, if the career and the recognition that you might get in your career, or all of these things that I just mentioned are examples of values. They are there to stay for a while. Okay, it's true that in a big moment of change, your values are reinventing themselves too. Okay, so they are going to change too. But if you make the list of your values, if you answer the question, what is important for me, what matters to me, then if you answer these questions, you're going to see exactly what are those core values. These core values, think of them like a foundation for your house, okay? Just like the base of a home, your core values will provide the ground for your decisions, for your reactions, for your behavior. So you will know the direction you need to take for the reinvention. You will have an easier time in making the big decision, because if you have your values clear, it's going to be easier to make a decision. It's going to be easier to go that way or that way. It's going to be easier to say A or B. Okay, so this is really important. And this is how you're going to see that the values are going to help you also in everyday situation, are going to help you with your action in everyday situation. So you know where you are, you know your core strengths, you know your core values. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What are your objectives? I'm not going to insist on this too much, but it's really, really important to define your SMART objectives: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and defined in time. Really important. Write them down. I have another mini webinar done on that, so you can find it on YouTube or on Facebook, or I think it's also available in Instagram. I'm not sure about it, but you have the resource of this webinar on how to define your SMART objectives. Go and look for it if you don't know how to define your SMART objectives. But during the reinvention process, it's really important to know where you want to go. Have the SMART goals written really clearly on your piece of paper or on your notebook, and make it visible. Put it on on the wall over there and see it every day, because if you see it, you're going to be more motivated. You're going to reconnect to your objectives. You're going to reconnect to your why every time that you see them. Okay, so what were the first two steps of reinventing yourself? Because I see people are joining. Okay, so I'm going to repeat them a little bit. Use the support group, create a support group, and this is really, really important. Second one is find your start point and define your SMART objective. In the start point, you really need to know yourself, discover your strengths, make a list of 50 strengths, okay, and see what are your values. The third step in reinventing yourself: try things out. Accept and celebrate failure. So trial and error, learn and resume the journey. Okay, how does a child learn how to walk? They are falling, they are standing back up, falling, standing back up. They're not going to stay there and like, oh my God, I just fell and I'm going, no, they stand back up. This is how you're also going to do this reinvention journey. Okay, so we don't know if the solutions actually work sometimes until we try them out. So that's why it's really important to experiment whenever possible, especially if you're dealing with a big career change. Okay, so you may need to simply experiment in order to find if the things that you are trying right now, you like them or not. It's really normal to fear the failure. It's normal to have this fear inside of you, or to have the fear of success. It's really normal, but watch yourself for when you feel this fear. Accept it and just feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, and watch yourself for when you're self-sabotaging. What are those limiting beliefs that are sabotaging yourself? Because that's going to really come out in the process of reinventing yourself. Okay, so try things out. This could be the same with the hobbies. Try them out. If you're not sure that you like what you like doing, just accept a friend invitation to go to take a class or try a sport or do a little bit of photography. Okay, try things out by seeing how they are and by trying them, because some of us are really kinesthetic. We need to try them. It's not like theory is going to help us a lot. If you're kinesthetic too, like I am, okay, you need to try them. Once you try them, you'll see if you like them. If You got success, that's very good, celebrate it. If you got failure, that's very good, celebrate it. Yeah. So failing is normal, especially if you are trying something new. When you fail, simply recognize it, see it, learn from it, celebrate it, and move on. Okay? Because failure at the end is the best way to learn what works and what doesn't work. Okay? So if you're in this process of reinventing yourself, you're going to see that you're going to have moments when you're going to fail. What's important in those moments is to learn and to move forward. And please, 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 please lower the pressure that you put on yourself, because just think of the current situation. People are so busy and we put so much pressure on ourselves. We don't have hobbies. We don't have enough time to spend with our family and our friends. We focus on increasing productivity. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves, no matter how well we are doing. So and all that happens most of the times in our mind, and all this toxic information that we put in our mind is going to also make us feel unhappy. And remember from the other discussion that we had, I think we had it in the Tea with Lydia discussion, when I was talking about happiness, it's really important for people to be happy, and you're going to see that success is going to come easier and faster because you're already happy. But if you put a lot of pressure on yourself, if you put a lot of negativity in your mind, and you do this work towards your goals in a position like this, it's not going to be an enjoyable journey. Okay, so release a little bit the pressure, do things a little bit lightly, and enjoy this journey of reinventing yourself. Now, one more thing in this journey of reinventing yourself, and in this try things out, accept and celebrate the failure, and resume the journey, this step over here, regarding finances. If you're in a career change, okay, it might be that this change may require a bit of money. Maybe you need to pay for training, or maybe if you're going through a difficult period, you need to pay for therapy or for a coach. What I tell you that it's absolutely worth it. But if you do need to make a change and you need a little bit of money, pay attention, make a plan on how to deal with finances, make a plan on how to work with your finances to manage them well, because most of the big changes in our lives are going to need a little bit of investment. So if you're moving to a new house, obviously you're going to make an investment over there. If you're moving to a new country, the same. Okay, so all of the things are possible, but they might require a little bit of money. Manage your finances well. Pay attention already from beforehand, okay, before the reinvention process. What are you going to do? And put a little bit of money aside, because you're always going to require a little bit of extra money. Changes require a little bit of investment. Now, step number 4, remind yourself of your commitment every day. Remember and reconnect to your why. If you wrote your goals, if you wrote your objectives, make them visible, put them on the wall. Like this, you will remind yourself every day, constantly, where you want to go, what you want to be, what you want to have, where you want to get. Okay? So remember, writing your goals down, and your why, the reason why you want to get there, is going to help you in having clarity. And clarity, as I always say, is key. Clarity is key. Now, if you find yourself a little bit demotivated, okay, during this journey, because it's not an easy journey, okay, if you find yourself a little bit demotivated, reconnect to your why. Go and read. Why do you want to do that? Why did you start this change in the first place? What are your objectives? And look at the bigger picture. Don't get lost in details, because if we lose ourselves in the little details, we're going to lose the bigger picture. I'm going to do an example, okay? So look at this pen and look at my eyes, okay? If I look at the pen, that is the detail, the obstacle in my life, okay, in this moment, if I look at this pen, all the surrounding environment is a little bit blurry because I focus on this obstacle over here. But the obstacle is still here, okay? Look at it, it's still here. But if I shift my focus and I look behind the pen, if I look at the background, now the pen is blurry. Now I see the pen. I'm not going to deny the existence of this obstacle of the or the problem or the detail. Okay, I still see the pen, but my focus is over there, so the pen is a little bit blurry. So please remember this example because this is quite important for when you're going to face obstacles. So don't get lost in the details. Look at the bigger picture. Your obstacles are going to be there, but if you see your why, if you focus on your objectives and you reconnect to your why, you're going to see that you're going to get it done. It's not going to be perfect sometimes, but you're going to get it done. Oh, perfection. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it another time. Step number 5, build courage through action and small wins. Okay, building courage. Whew. You're all courageous people. You're all courageous persons. Courage is not the lack of fear. So if you feel fear, it's absolutely normal. Courage is not the lack of fear. Courage is taking action despite the fear. So feel the fear, as I told you, and do it anyway. I always feel a little bit of fear or excitement when I'm about to go live. I was having a discussion with one of my clients. He's always on camera. He's always on camera, and a lot of people are looking at him. And it's really interesting because he told me, "Oh, Lydia, when you go live, you look so natural." And oh my, and I tell him, "Oh, you really look natural when you go live." But we both have a little bit of fear over there. Okay, we both have a little bit of butterflies on our stomach. Oh, here you go. I'm back. Huh? We have a little bit of butterflies over there, a little bit of fear over there, excitement. Okay, because fear and excitement are so close to each other that we need to use it. Okay, if it's excitement and this fear, it's excitement, we're going to use it and we're going to build up this courage and do it. Okay, so making a big change may be a little bit uncomfortable. So don't make a big change. Go on small steps. Don't make a scary, overwhelming change because you already have the big change in your life. So don't go for the big goals. Take a big goal, but divide it into small chunks and make the small steps. Okay. So you're not going to force yourself into the new life. Take the small steps that will take you a little bit outside of your comfort zone to enlarge this comfort zone step by step. And if you want, I can help you with some of the small courage exercises that will help you in overcoming your fears gradually. Maybe you can do new thing every day. Maybe you can acknowledge your strengths, like the exercise with the 50 strengths, okay? Accept uncertainty, practice vulnerability in front of other people, okay? And not trying to be perfect, because courage is also not trying to be perfect. And celebrate every win, no matter how small, because this is the 6th step of our reinventing yourself process. On this process is celebrate your success. It's going to take time reinventing yourself, but if you celebrate every small win, okay, so you have the big objective, don't think about only the big objective. Reconnect to it, of course, but don't think only of the big objective. Just think of the small things, the small steps that you need to take, and celebrate every small step in your journey, because reinventing yourself is going to take time, and your subconscious mind will need to celebrate, will need to reward itself. You cannot wait until you reach the ultimate point of reinvention to celebrate. Okay, so when you set up the big objective, also set up the small step that you need to take. And when you reach them, when you reach those when you broke down the small steps and you reach them, you're going to have a better chance of success. And as soon as you accomplish one of those steps, you need to celebrate. You need to reward yourself. Give a pat on the back, reward yourself, because you got a result. And I must tell you that success builds on success, okay? So the small steps. Success, I'm going to build up on this success, and so on and so on and so on and so on. At the end of the year, I'm going to see myself, ooh, I got very far. Okay, so these were the 6 steps of reinventing yourself. I think that if you watched this webinar, it means that you're going through a big change in your life right now, or maybe it's just the period that it's such a challenging and uncertain period in this moment. I wish you good luck with all these 6 steps, and remember what I told you at the beginning: need to prepare the environment, resilience, and the self-care habits that are going to help you in providing a little bit of stability when you start your reinventing yourself journey. And if you need my help, I'm here. Why not? Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Good luck with your reinventing process and have a great day. Okay, let's see.